Hi, thank you for joining us, Kelsey. Love sitting down to talking to you. To start things off, I just kind of want to dig into more of your position at Tribune Publishing. So, what's the most rewarding aspect of leading digital ad operations there?
What I find most rewarding is I feel like I have a very unique position where I have a top-down view over multiple markets,
Okay.
and it lends us to be able to be subject matter experts and kind of dig down and see what works for one campaign in one market, and then
Yeah.
we can pass that information along to somebody else in another market. They don't
Yeah.
necessarily have that relationship, but we do from top down, and we can share that information.
Yeah, and learn from each other. That's really, really
Absolutely.
cool. And a little bit of a segue, what big changes do you anticipate for digital ad ops coming up in the next year or so?
So for me, I think it's a little bit different. I focus just on direct sales, not on programmatic. So, over the years, we've seen a huge shift from direct over to programmatic, and we're trying to figure out, okay, we have less of the pie. What can we show that is a bigger offer than what programmatic can do? And it really is that unique touch, giving more information, saying, we know that this works, let's optimize this way, and trying to put us back in a position that we're showing what we're worth and hopefully bring more back in. So that's kind of my goal, is to
Yeah.
bring more people over back to from programmatic over to direct
Yeah,
sales.
and honestly, I've talked to a couple publishers, and I think a lot of them are focusing a lot more on direct. So I don't think you're like far off from that thinking.
Yeah, well, because I think that there is value in knowing our people truly, and
Absolutely.
the audience information and reaching them. They're coming to us. We know who they are. Let's utilize that information and leverage it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then my final question for you, is there any networking thing you did on Southside Summit or any session that you sat into? Is like, okay, I'm taking this back to Tribune and I'm gonna implement this.
Actually, yes. The focus on AI, hearing all the different ways that it can be used, I actually looked at kind of our fulfillment process, and I'm like, there's definitely places in our process that I think AI can be utilized. So I'm going to go back with this information and talk to some of our vendors,
Okay,
because I know
wow.
that they have that capability, and figure
Yeah.
out like how can we fit it in, and again open more time up for my team to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting.
If you don't mind me asking, can you give me like one example of one way you can see it being utilized?
One is, I think, helping build IOs and figure out, is this kind of advertiser and this is their KPI, what kind of product offerings can we give them instead of having to start from scratch each time? We have all this data. I mean, we've been using all these systems for years and years. We have years of data about these advertisers. Why don't we utilize it for something that makes sense?
Yeah.
And then that saves sales reps time too, to be able to then sell more and focus on those kinds of things.
Yeah, that's great. I'm great. I'm glad you found that. I hope it comes to success for you guys. I love that. I love
I
that.
hope so as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you again. I appreciate the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.